morning, good morning, good morning, all my good people out there, all my good trade geniuses. Welcome to Trade Genius Live. I am your host, Trend Genius, and we are in here on a Tuesday. Who we got in the building so far? Eric, let's go. Jay Royal, we in here. Bodovan, hello. Morbid Drifter, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? How's everybody feeling out there? Good morning. Good morning. Live on a Tuesday. Tuesday vibes. Let's get it. Tuesday vibes. Boom. How y'all feeling? What we got? Good morning. Good morning, Ben. Jerome, good morning, my guy. Serena, good morning. It's my sister. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody feeling this morning? Hopefully y'all feeling good. I'm feeling a little bit better. My head feels like it's kind of swollen, so to speak, because it's just like pressure in there. But for the most part, I'm feeling better. Got some rest yesterday. Romeo, good morning. The Chewy Dog, good morning. Taylor Pruitt, good morning. I see we got some new trade geniuses then popped in. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for stopping in, y'all. Anybody new today? Go ahead and give me them free likes. Give me that free subscription and rock with us, man. We on a journey, man. It's gonna be really really dope. It's gonna be really dope. Yeah, I do. I know. Thanks, Serena. I do. I sound a lot better. Yeah. This morning I was talking into the mic, just trying to hear myself. I'm like, yeah, I do sound better. Mike, buenos dias. Without prejudice. That's what's up. Good. That's what's up, brother. I'm glad you're feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I was a little, I ain't gonna say I was under the weather, but I had some little sinusy stuff going on yesterday, but I feel better today. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did yesterday. I told y'all I'll be on my herbs. When I thought about that after the live stream, I was like, oh, herbs. I'm like, I hope they don't think I'm smoking weed, but nah. Not those herbs. But I don't think no one thought that, but I thought that after I said it. But yeah, I was on. Good morning, Twyla. That's what's up, Chewy Dog. Thanks for stopping in, brother. You're new, but guess what? This is day 21 of the live stream, so you're just as new as we are, man. Absolutely. So you fit right in, bro. Everybody in here is new. We're all new, all getting a chance to to learn each other and understand each other, as well as we are moving towards a prominent goal. New trader starting my funded account tomorrow. That's what's up. Congrats on that, Romeo. Congrats, my guy. Congrats on that. That's what's up. That's good stuff. But yeah, so the little herbs I was on, you're okay. Translate. Yeah, yes, Ben. But yeah, I do oregano oil, and I also do this stuff called Sambucol, Sambucol. It's a homeopathic medicine. I usually do though. That's usually what I do. Like as when I feel something coming on, I start taking the Sambucos. They're these little small tablets. They have elderberry oil and a bunch of different type herbs and stuff like that in them. I take that. Usually after like a pack and a half of those, you have to take one every 2 hours. So I take those, and I'm usually good after about a pack and a half. That runs about almost 2 days. And usually after that, if I catch it, like right when I feel it and I start taking it, I'm good. And then I do like I said, I do oregano oil and stuff like that too. I try to keep it natural as possible. I don't do like Dayquil and NyQuil and all of that type stuff. I don't take narcotics. I don't do anything like that. But yeah, that's what I do. It tends to work, and it's been good. So who else? What else? How y'all feeling, man? How's everybody feeling this morning? How y'all feeling? Like, let me know how y'all feeling. Ready to go, refreshed, had a good night's rest, didn't have a good night's rest. You're feeling urgent, not urgent. Emotions in check this morning. How y'all feeling? Let me know in the chat. How y'all feeling? How are y'all feeling this morning? Shout out to all my Southern folks. All right, I guess we feeling good. No one said anything. But you know what? I know there's a little delay too, so I'm sure some of y'all are probably typing something. It just hasn't hit yet. But yeah. So I don't know if y'all remember what we talked about. I'm sure some of you guys remember what we talked about yesterday. We talked about news today, right? We have PMI. Let's go ahead and just jump into that real quick. I hope everybody's feeling good today. Refresh. Emotions are off the desk, so we can get in here and get it done. That's what's up. Emotions are in check. That's what's up. That's what's up. Good job, Jerome. All right, let's get there. What we got? Tired? Are you soaking inside? Are you feeling a little tired, brother? I was feeling a little tired yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I think y'all even saw it. I think you even said it, soaking inside, or you said that I looked tired. I was. But hey, we still stay the course. We still, got a job to do, right? We got a business to run. That's what's up. Romeo said he's feeling great. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, let's get to some news. Today is Tuesday, March 24th. We talked about some of this yesterday. So overnight, we had a lot of red folder news with Europe, Great Britain. Europe also has some orange folder. We got news at 6:45 today. Well, we had news at 5:30, non-farm productivity, but this is yellow folder, so we don't really have to worry about that. Good morning, Chrissy. That's what's up. Good morning. Happy Tuesday to you as well. So we have 6:45 a.m. news today, PMI, and we have a little orange folder at 7. So we'll see how that's all gonna play itself out. So price was been moving kind of crazy last night. I don't know if y'all was looking at it, but let's just hit the charts. Yeah, let's get over here. Actually, you know what? Let me set up. I didn't even set up my I'm tripping, y'all. I didn't even set up my copier for my trade today. I am not even prepared. Wow, that's not good. That's really not good. No, I'm good. I just got to just do a couple clicks and then we good to go. I'm just getting on my own self. All right, so let me set up this copier, and then when I set up this copier, we're gonna get into we're gonna get into news. Dang, I just noticed something. Another account. Okay. Hey, we'll take it. So I'm setting up my copier, y'all. I'm trading what I have in this one. I think I have 13 accounts in here. No, I have 11 accounts in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I have 11 accounts in here. This for my micros trade. Let's get there. I got a couple of demos. I got a few evals, and I also have, where are we at here? I have a few demos, and then I have the other ones are sim funded. So let's see what we get here. Let's log in. Yeah, we're gonna work on 47. I got 46 and 47 are my new ones. So, and then the others are sim funded. All right, let's get to it. So we are on let's jump to the 5-minute. So last night, market open here, 3 o'clock. Remember, I'm on West Coast time. So this will be 6 p.m. Eastern time. So just remember, I'm on West Coast for everyone that's new here. So basically, this how we gauge our bias. We was talking about this. I was talking about a little bit about this yesterday. They're changing out fiber optic near me, so not sure if I should trade today because internet might go out. Just demo trade. Good way to think ahead, Soaking Insider. Absolutely, all of those things, man. All of those things matter. If it were me, I would err on the side of caution because you don't know if it's going to go out and you don't know if it's not going to go out, right? So just to err on the side of caution, my brother, just demo trade today. Seriously, just demo trade because you don't know what they're doing. Someone can make a mistake. Anything could happen. These are all the unforeseen issues that we possibly could deal with, right? So with that stated, let's just err on the side of caution. Let's be disciplined about the situation. Remember, we got to be, what are we? We're professional decision makers, right? So let's make a professional decision on our business to be like, you know what, they playing with the internet. I'm not going to take no chances. I'm not going to mess none of my accounts up. Let me just demo trade. If something happens, I'm in a demo trade. No harm, no foul. Play it safe. But okay. So I talked about this yesterday on how I good morning, Empress. Glad you're here. Was waiting on your arrival. We were not going to start without you. Nah, good morning. So how do we gauge our bias? This is how I gauge my bias for every day. So for today's session, what my bias, meaning what I what I believe price action is going to do, right? My bias, right? All right, so this is how I gauge it. So for me, market opens. So, okay, so we're gonna do this on remember, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. I'm gonna give you the times in Eastern time, but I'm also gonna be doing it on Pacific time. I hope that wasn't confusing, but just follow me. All right, so for everyone that's on your charts, so this is how you gauge. This is only for NQ, because I only trade NQ, and I don't know about any other ticker because I haven't tried any of this stuff on any other tickers. So that would be for you to try. So if that's something that you wanted to do. But for NQ, I'm speaking for NQ only. This is what I do. So 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. I mark that out, right? That's Eastern time. So for me, that would be from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., right? All right, so 5 p.m., that's the beginning of Asia. That's right here. So 5 p.m. So this is what I would do. I would go, I think that was Command H. No, Option H. Actually, let's do this. 5 o'clock, and let's be Option V. All right, so I draw a line there. All right, that's the beginning of Asia. That's 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, so 5 to 9. So let me go find 9 o'clock. Boom, draw another line. Option V, if you're on a Mac, Option V. All right, so that's Asia. All right, so then for London, I do the same thing. So Eastern time, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. So let me find 11 p.m. right here, 11 p.m. Option V. And we go to 2 a.m., which will be 5 a.m. Eastern time, Option V. All right, and this is what I do. Let me show y'all how I do this. So I marked off 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and I marked off 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. These are all Eastern time. Pacific time. So it would be Eastern time would be 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern, and this would be 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. if you're on Eastern time. All right, so just remember that. You can see my times down there, very easy. 5, 9, 11 p.m., 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. All right, so this is Asia, this is London. So this is what I do. I mark these off, and then I look in this area and see where's my high and my low. So in this area, I'm not counting this, even though this bar extended past, I'm looking at what the candles that are in this area. So my low for Asia would be here. This is, what is this? 24,254.25. So I know that's my low. All right. So now I look at Asia. All right. I look at London. So I see London, because of the highs up here, we know London has taken out the high in this area. Turn my alarm off, y'all. Letting me know that market's going to open in 1 minute. So London has taken whatever Asia high was in this box. London has taken that. London has also right here swept Asia low. So being that London took Asia high and also swept Asia low, I'm looking for price to be choppy today, to be kind of choppy, because it swept both. You know what I mean? So when I say choppy, not necessarily choppy, I'm looking for it to like grab some liquidity from somewhere. You know what I mean? So not too much of a trend direction, but of course we're not married to our bias, so we'll see. So like I said, being that in this time frame compared to this time frame, this is London, this is Asia. London has taken Asia high in here, and London has also, well, not in this box, it took Asia high. It took Asia low over here, right? And I stated that, but we don't count that in our bias in what I'm doing. This is what I do, just showing y'all what I do. So Asia has London has taken the Asia low. London in this box, in this time, and this from this time, from Asia to this time, London has taken the high. It did not take the low. It did take the low after the fact, which is here, but it didn't take it here. So because it took the high, I'm expecting price to be bullish. Now, if London takes the high and the low within this time frame, like it takes Asia's high in this time frame and it takes Asia's low within this time frame, like London does, then I would expect NQ to be choppy if it takes both. That's what I would be expecting. Also too, if London took only just the low and not the high, then I would expect NQ to be bearish. If London takes the high and not the low, I would expect NQ to be bullish. Now, I'm not married to this bias. We're never married to a bias, but this is the bias that I use. So let me run that back just to make sure I didn't say it wrong or get anyone confused, because it's something that was taught to me. So we mark off 5 and 8. I'm gonna run through it again. We mark off 5 to 9 on Asia. This is Eastern time. Excuse me, Pacific time. So you would do it on Eastern time. So my 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. would be 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern time. So you mark that out. That's Asia. Then you mark out London, which for me would be 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. or 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. if you're on Eastern time. All right. And you're looking for what's going on in between these times. So if London takes out London in this area, takes out Asia's high in this area, then my bias with that London would be bullish. If it takes out the low in this area, I would expect expect New York session to be bearish, right? If it takes out both, then I would expect it to do a liquidity grab on one side, and that side would be wherever it's closest when New York opens. So hypothetically speaking, we're close. New York has opened, right? It opened here, right? So because this is truly the London low, that is not the London low. London starts at 11. The London low would be here. This would still be a part of Asia low. Now, this is our 605 candle. Okay, so London sweeps Asia's, takes out Asia's high, bullish. If London takes Asia low, bearish. If London does not sweep either side, like it doesn't take the high or the low, I would expect New York to be choppy. If it takes high and low, then I would expect it to have a liquidity sweep to the closest side. So being that New York opened here, then I would expect a liquidity sweep down here on this side and then continue on in whatever direction it's going to be. That's how I choose my bias. I know people have been asking me, and that's pretty much how I do it. So I'm going to make a video about it so I can go more in depth on it. But just to let y'all know, that's what I do every day to figure out what my bias is going to be as far as where I see price going for that day. Now, of course, we're not married to that bias because that can change at any moment, right? So we're not married to the bias, but that's what I use to kind of gauge and give me an idea of what NQ is going to do in New York session. So, and like I said, I'm going to make a video into that. Have to go get ready for a dentist appointment. Happy hunting. Oh, that's what's up. I hope everything works out at the dentist, my guy. I know sometimes it's not always fun to go there, but yes. Angie, good morning. So just to let y'all know, that's how I do it. That's how I do my my daily bias. And it's always done from the night before sessions. So just to let y'all know that. Oh, you know what? Did I even do I don't know if I did. I was really resting all day yesterday, so I'm trying to see here. Did I do let me check. Let me check, y'all. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did them. Nope, I did not do them. Ooh, I'm in trouble. All right, so we'll do this together. For the ones that never seen me do my dailies, let's do our daily levels. I have a video for this, but since I didn't do them, I'll do them for y'all real quick. Nothing popping on NQ at the moment. Nothing really popping on NQ at the moment. It's kind of hanging out right here in this little zone. We'll see. All right, let me do my daily levels because I didn't even do them yesterday. I really just truly relaxed all day. Let's see here. So 5. All right, so we're looking to see where price went yesterday after the open, after New York Open, right? So some of y'all have seen this video. Some of you guys have not. It's okay. So this is our 6:30 candle. We know market opened right there. All right, so now we're going to see every place that price touched when it comes to my blue and pink lines. All right, so this was Monday. Today's Tuesday. All right, market opened there on that candle. So it touched this unmitigated, so we're going to delete that. It touched this unmitigated, so we're going to delete that. It touched this daily. We're going to delete that. The pink line, that's a daily. It touched that pink line, so we're going to delete that. All right. That's all it touched yesterday, right? Because market opened here and it closed here. 155. Well, 2 o'clock, which y'all know I'm on a 5-minute candle, so it's only going to show 155 on a 5-minute time frame. So that's what I do. Wherever price touched within New York session, I delete it. And now these pink lines, because price did not touch those, they become blue, unmitigated levels now. All right, boom. So now we got that done, right? So now we jump to the daily time frame. Let's get to the daily. All right, and now we get to the daily, and we're marking out the open, high, low, close of the previous day's candle. This is today's candle. This is Tuesday. You can see at the bottom of my screen, it's showing you the date. This is Tuesday. This was Monday. Okay, so now that we took care of the daily levels that we were dealing with were the ones from Friday. Because remember, we're always trading on the daily levels from the day before. So because this is Tuesday, we're going to be using Monday's daily levels. All right, so high here is, and you can get all these numbers from up here. When you hover over a candle, it'll give you all the numbers: the high, the open, high, low, close, and the volume. All right, so we're going to mark out the high. The high is 24763.50. Remember, I'm on micros, so it'll be a little bit different if you're on minis, but you shouldn't be on minis. You should be on micros. 24763.50. Let me open this up some so I can get to my line. 24763.50. So we go to 24763.50. Boom. Boom. Change the color to pink because that's my daily levels. All right, the high is done. Now we go to the close because this is a bullish candle. The close is 24,408.25. 24,408.25. Boom. Mark that out. All right. Now that one's done. Now we got to go to the open of this candle. The open is 23,914. Open 23,914. Real simple. We're marking out our daily levels, 23,914. Boom, 23,914. Now we do the low. The low is 23,772.75. 23,772.75. And done. 23,772.75. All right, daily levels are done. Jump back to the 5-minute. You can go right click, reset chart, and it takes you back. Just make sure you uncheck this A for some reason. When you do a reset, when you reset your chart view, this always locks in. I don't know why, but you don't want that on. So click that off. And then yeah, so the daily levels are done for today. So that's how we do our daily levels. And you'll see them. There's the high, the close, the open, and the low. Those are the pink levels, the pink lines that we just did. These blue lines were yesterday's pink lines that price did not touch, that are now unmitigated levels. That's why we changed them to blue, because price did not touch them. So that's how I have these blue and pink lines on my chart for those that didn't understand what those were or did not get a chance to see the video that I made. But if you look, there's a video called How to Set Up Your NQ Daily Levels. So these are the targets that I use every day. When the blue unmitigated as well, but the pink lines are my dailies, the blue are unmitigated levels. So the blue lines are what? They were previous daily levels or daily levels that price never touched. So I turned them to blue. So that's all that they are. So that's not too bad right there. I was in a trade. I was in a trade from overnight session, and my um, what's the name just hit. Yep. Cool. Nice. All right. So going back to this. So that's how I mark my daily levels. Now, we're intraday traders, right? So if you think about us being intraday traders, what does that mean? That means that we're trading daily, right? So that's why I do these on the daily time frame, because we're intraday traders, because we're trading on a daily basis, right? That doesn't, I'm not saying that we're trading every day, but every day that we come up to the charts, we're trading that day. We're not swing trading. We're not holding trades overnight, because we can't, of course, but we are um, we are day traders. So that's why I use the daily time frame to get those levels. Daily time frame, we're intraday traders. That's why I use that. That's was something that was taught to me by my mentor and my coach. So boom, there it is. That's how I do those. Now let's check this 15-minute out. Ooh, let's see here. What did this do? Is this a bullish candle or bearish candle? How would we know? It opened there and closed there. So this is a bullish candle. So 15-minute on the 15-minute, my 15-minute strategy on MNQ is not, it's not going to work. And then we have news in 3 minutes, y'all. So be careful. I would not be in a trade right now. If you're in a trade, just be mindful. Hopefully you're not in a trade without a stop loss. So you got your stop loss on, but we have PMI in like 2 minutes and seconds, literally. You're like 2 minutes and 9 seconds. So just be careful if you guys are in a trade. Let's see here on NQ. Let me see if the 15-minute strategy is popping on NQ. On NQ is popping because on NQ, that candle is a open. Yep. On NQ, the 15-minute strategy is there, but on MNQ, it's not. And that's because it's a different candle on the 615. This one right here, just to show y'all something. This one right here on MNQ is bullish. And this one on NQ is bearish. Excuse me. Yeah, it's bearish. So that also goes into the proof of me always stating that MNQ and NQ are two different instruments. They're not the same. So just for anyone that needs to know that, MNQ and NQ are not the same. Yes, MNQ is micros of NQ, but remember, they're two different instruments. And this proves it right here. You'll find this all the time. You'll even notice the levels are different. The open and close high on a lot of different candles are different. The open, high, low, close, that's different. Even right here, you can see the proof right here. This 615 candle is a bullish candle, and we know it's bullish because the open is higher than, excuse me, the open is, wait, let me see here. The open is lower than the close. So if the close is higher than the open, that lets us know what? It's a bullish candle. That means it opened down here and it closed above. That's why the close price is higher than the open price. Even though it's higher by only, what's that? Like 3 ticks, not even a full point. Actually, 2 ticks. It's 2 ticks higher, but this is still a bullish candle. Now we go to NQ and it's bearish. So what does that tell us? That tells us that, once again, these are two different instruments. MNQ and NQ are two different instruments. All right, so with that stated, what are y'all looking at? Anybody looking at anything? What y'all looking at? What are y'all looking at? What are y'all looking at? Let's see here. All right, I'm done on that over there. I didn't do pretty bad. Okay, so What are y'all looking at? Let me know. Y'all looking at sales, buys? What y'all looking at? Yeah, it's crazy how this is a totally different candle. Well, not crazy in a crazy way, but it's definitely different. Sales, got you. Jason, that's what's up. Jason said he's looking at sales. All right, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, we still have a lot. We still have this huge gap from yesterday. Serena says sales. Well, the 15-minute banger on NQ is loading up. So yeah, it's loading up on NQ. Who else? I know we got more than 2 people on the stream. What y'all looking at? Let me know. If you ain't looking at anything, just say nothing. If you're looking at sales or buys, let me know what you're looking at. I'm interested to know. I really truly want to know what are y'all, what y'all got y'all eyes on. 5 minutes after news, sales. Got you. Got you, got you, got you. Well, news looked like it was pretty lackluster, right? Let's go to the 1 minute. Let's see here. Yeah, it was pretty lackluster. I mean, 645 would be here. Yeah, not too much, unless we get some volume in after the fact. Empress says she's looking for sales too. Absolutely. What we got? Kendall Avery. What's up, my guy? Or, the way it's spelled, I would have to say that's a guy. If it's not, my bad. If it is, that's what's up. Sales for you. Bottom nothing. Still back testing. Bottom bro. I'm gonna tell you something, bro. You know what? Bottom be on it. Like he is taking that guy is taking his time. Like seriously. Bottom, kudos to you, brother. Like he's taking his time. He's like back testing, back testing. He's been saying that for a while. And guess what? I want him to continue to say that. Because you know what that lets me know? That lets me know that he's putting the work in. I'm telling you, all that back testing, he's not even thinking about profits right now. He was like, I'm just back testing. I'm just back testing. And I am on a long negative streak read. That's okay. That's all right. That's why it's back testing. High my London low, TP sitting on my hands now, paper trading to take the edge off. That's what's up. Hit my London low, TP. Got it. That's what's up. That's what's up. Taylor Pruitt said he's in sales. Nice. Or looking at sales. Got you. That's what's up. Seems like everybody got the same sentiment today. Everybody's looking for sales. So, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have this. You go to the 5 minute, y'all, or even the 15 minute would be better. You go to the 15 minute. Was I see it on the 5 or the 15? Yeah, 15 minute will be better. You go to the 15 minute. Look at this. We still have this. Scrunch this up a little bit. Look at this. We still have this huge gap right here that was made. Remember, this was made from the news, right? That happened yesterday, right? This crazy. Was that from? Yeah, this was yesterday. This was right before market open. Like this is a 4 o'clock candle. So think about it. The market closed at 5. So this is like 1 hour before market closed. So we still have a huge gap right here. This big fair value gap. Is it gonna fill it all the way? I'm not too sure about that. It's a possibility, but I still do believe there's some correction to be made here. This is unhealthy price action. We was talking about this yesterday. Shout out to my sis Canary. Yeah, so I do believe there's some how would I say some restructuring to do, like, you know what I'm saying, to restructure from this huge candle and this huge gap. How far down? Of course, we don't know that, but I still do believe there's some restructuring that'll happen before it does possibly, go on bullish or, do whatever it's going to do. Today with news, we also have orange folder at 7. And let's see here. Let's go back. Yeah, not too much. News really didn't do anything. News was womp womp. I call it womp womp when it doesn't do anything. It was really womp womp, right? We have, let's see here, 7 a.m. Let's refresh this. All right, so we have Richmond Manufacturing Index. at 7. So that's in another 10 minutes. Is that really going to make a big deal? I mean, I don't know. There's times where Orange Folder has some crazy volume going on before. So it's not far-fetched. So, but we always want to, make sure that we're keen to that and don't take Orange Folder lightly. Take it seriously, because it could be just that one time where it does some, some up, down, up, and blow some accounts, or possibly even, take you out your trade or something like that. So just be careful with that. I'm still watching MNQ like a vulture, like vulture meat. Damn, 800 for the day on sales, done for the day. Hope y'all the best and stay safe. That's what's up, Jason. Dope, brother. Nice. His sales made a quick 800 and shut it down. That's how we do it. One and done. Waiting on the spring back to the upside. Yeah, that's what I'm really truly thinking. I'm thinking that price is going to come down. It's going to reclaim some of this. It already took out, think about it. This was truly the London low right here, right? Oops, excuse me. Yes, this would be the London. No, this would be Asia low, because this is 1030. This would be Asia low. So Asia had the low today. And let's see here, and London had the high. Yes. So Asia had the low, London had the high. So this is London's high for overnight session, and this would be Asia's low. And price already swept that. So it already swept Asia low. Remember, we talked about this yesterday, we talked about how during New York session, it always loves to go back and sweep one side or the other, take the low, high, or both. But we already know it got the low. So we know whatever liquidity that was there from these buyers, all these people that bought right here, all the liquidity now is gone. All those stop losses now are done. They're all out. So we know that liquidity is gone. So what price is going to do from here? Price already came to the middle of this gap, which would be consequent encroachment, CE, Charlie Echo, CE, consequent encroachment. It just means it's a fancy word for saying middle of the fair value gap. Consequent encroachment, CE. I call it CE. So it already hit CE and it swept. Let's see here. CE would be about where? Let's check it. CE is always usually where the FVG symbol is. It always goes like in the middle of the box. So CE would be somewhere right around here, which almost pretty much lines up with what? It lines up with the Asia low. CE does. Look at that. Lines pretty much up with this Asia low right here. And we know New York just swept that, and you never know. It could be ready to go back up top and sweep this London high. So we'll see. We'll see what it does. All right, while that's cooking, let me see something here. 15-minute, 15-minute. Yeah, on the 15-minute strategy, I'm going to sit out on that one today. Yeah, I'm going to sit out on that. I would like to take a daily up to this, my little daily trade that I take. I would like to take it possibly up to this daily level right here. That's only if it shows itself, but let's see. While that's cooking, let's get to question of the day. Question of the day today is, nice little good one for the day as always. Let's see here. Is the move driven by structure or emotion? Is this move driven by structure or emotion? Let's talk about that. Is this move driven by structure or emotion? And we're going to talk about that. And when I say this move, I mean not necessarily the move of price, the move that you're getting ready to make. Is this move driven, meaning yourself, like you're getting ready to get in a trade, right? Is that move, is that basically that decision? I like to use these little words because I'm always like to peak psychology, get our mental muscle going. Is this move driven by structure or emotion? Meaning this opportunity that you're going to get into this sell. Everyone was saying sell. So if you're going to get into a sell, is that move driven by structure or emotion? You have to think about that. So let's talk about what a structure-driven move is. Basically, decision, right? A structure-based decision would be things based on strong continuation, displacement, break of structure, change of character, liquidity sweeps, right? Those are structure-driven moves, right? Not emotional. They're not emotionally driven moves. They're structure-driven moves. They're moves based on price structure, right? That's how we want to, make our moves. You know what I'm saying? Decide if we're going to get into this trade, right? We want to have clean structure, right? Emotion-driven moves would be what? We had a spike in a candle and we're like urgent to jump in. Choppy price action, that's all emotion. No follow through on your particular setup, meaning you got one of the steps, but you didn't get the other two or the other one, whatever the case may be. That would all be based on moves based on emotion, right? Because there's no structure there, right? So those are times where what? We should not be entering any trades. Should not be entering any trades. Because all of our whole move was driven by emotion, not by structure. We want structure. That's how we know structure below the 100 EMA. that as well. Absolutely, Mike. That as well. You know what I mean? Think about it. When we have structure, we have confluence, right? We have something to say, hey, this happened, and that could be a confluence. It could be one of the steps into your strategy, depending on the strategy that you're trading. So we always our moves always need to be structural driven. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be something going on outside of emotions that allows us to see a setup, go for a setup, make our trade high probable, all of those type things. Okay? So with that said, anything that's based on emotion, we don't want to mess with it because we already know it's just a bunch of noise. It's emotion. We don't trade on emotions. I talk about this all the time, and I like to always constantly keep bringing this up because that is one of the hardest things that we deal with. Good morning, Miss Eloise. I'm glad you found me again. I'm glad you found me again, my sister. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. I'm looking for you every day, Miss Eloise. Just to let you know, I'm looking for you every day. Every day I'm looking for you. So every day, Monday through Friday, 6:15, we're here. So if you just go to the YouTube channel, it's always there. You can just click on it, and it'll take you right into the stream as soon as the stream starts. So I'm looking for you every day. I'm glad you found me again, but I'm looking for you every day, and I'm glad you're here. All right, y'all. So going back to what I was saying, remember, all of our moves need to be driven by structure, not emotion. Before we're entering any trade, before we're doing anything, we want to see structure. We want to see confluences. We want to see different things, steps, setups, however you want to word it, different things that's showing us that, okay, this move that I'm looking at, this opportunity that I'm getting ready to possibly take, this trade I'm going to get into, however you want to word it, is driven by structure. We know we're not being emotional. We know we're not just seeing a candle go up or down and we're like, ooh, we want to jump in. No emotion. We can't make decisions to enter trades on emotion. So that's the whole point of that. You're welcome, Miss Eloise. Yeah, so remember, structure or noise, right? What do we want? Structure or noise? We want structure. We want structure. For everyone that's in the chat, structure or noise, which one do you want when you're entering trades? One word, type it in chat for me. Structure or noise? What do you want? What do you want your moves to be driven by when you're getting ready to enter a trade or you're checking out your setup? Do you want structure or do you want noise? I'm asking you, chat. Drop it in there for me. Structure or noise? Structure or noise? Which one do you want? Structure or noise? What we got? Structure. Absolutely. Absolutely. We want structure. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, Soka Insider. What else we got? Miss Eloise, structure. June, structure. That's what's up. Thanks for tuning in. Absolutely, we want structure, y'all. Jerome, structure. Absolutely. Like I always like to have y'all type this because we're just doing. It's like a mental. If you think about it, it's a mental exercise, right? Everyone, when you typing in, and you listening to what I'm saying, you're processing what I'm saying, and then you're typing in, you're engaging. We're building a mental muscle. Just remember that. That's why I always like you guys to, type the word in the chat or, engage that way. Because what are we doing? Building on this mental foundation. So we need to have that. So everybody says structure. That's good. That's what we want. We want structure before anything. We don't want noise. We don't want emotions. We don't want, oh, the candle looks good. Oh, it's been choppy. I just want to get into a trade. Like, no, it's all based on structure. Remembering that in the moments is the hard part. That's why I like this stream. It makes me slow down and think. That's what's up, Soaking Insider. That's what it's designed. That's what I'm here, bro. This is exactly what the whole idea of this channel is really to have us all come together, right? All like-minded folks. We're here on graciousness and love, right? And at the same time, we all tapping in mentally. That's what this is all about. And if it's making you slow down and think, I know I'm handling my responsibility. And that's awesome to hear. And that's what I wanted to do for everyone, even myself. Because y'all saw, I made a mistake last week on a trade I took, right? Like it happens, right? It happens. And I've been doing this for a while. I'm still getting the whole paying attention to the charts and staying engaged with the stream, but that's just something I got to work on, right? Ain't no excuses. I ain't got no excuses. I have none and no excuses. So whatever mistake I made last week, I ate it. Y'all saw that. I ate it. I didn't move my stop loss. I ate it. I left it where it was and I ate it. I took my loss and I let it be what it is and just use that as a learning lesson. The good thing is that I exercise good discipline, good risk management, and what? It's not like I blew my account. I took a hit of like 451, 457, whatever that was. But my account can take it, right? So the win in that was what? The discipline and everything. To not allow a mistake to, blow my account. Also, I made sure I journal that to make sure that I don't make that mistake again. So the thing is that I just got to pay extra attention while I'm engaging with the stream, with the family, as well as when I'm trading. So it is something that I gotta work on. It is what it is. We all got work to do. So I'm not gonna make no excuses because I was on chat and I couldn't. Like, nah, that's not. I don't do excuses. We're not doing no excuses. Y'all know I'm very hard on myself, and I treat y'all with tough love, and I treat myself with tough love. Like seriously, like that's how it works in trading. Like, in order for us to be successful, we are not holding each other's hands. We ain't holding our own hand. Like we getting to it. And it doesn't mean that we can't ask for help. Asking for help is not someone holding your hand. You putting in the work, that's what we want. All of us to just put in the work, right? It's okay to ask questions. The community comes together. We help each other. But at the end of the day, we all in here working hard. We get to get to that common goal, right? The common goal is what? We all become trade geniuses. That's what this is all about. So I always like to say that just to always reiterate what the goal is so we don't lose sight of the goal. That is the goal, to become trade geniuses. That's why the channel is named that, because that's what we are. When you stepped in here, you became a trade genius, and we're just working on that, building on that skill every day, every day, every day, every day. That's what we're doing. And if y'all looking at the charts, as you can see, not too much going on. We had the other 7 o'clock news came in, that orange folder. But as you can see, not too much of anything. We're pretty much stuck in this reversal zone. This is our opening candle right here. Excuse me, here. Yes, opening candle here, 630. And you can see price ain't really did too much. Looks like a little rangy day. Had a lot of movement overnight, right? You can see market opened here. Had a lot of movement overnight. Had some nice bearish action. Hit this reversal zone. Boom. Had some nice bullish action. Kind of worked its way down. Pulled back again. And then went bearish to our open. And then when we opened, what did we do? Not really too much of anything. Which is, I believe it's over here. Right, where we at? Right here. Bam. So our open was here. Yep. So this all we got so far. From this candle to here. Basically just hanging around this reversal zone. That's it. None too much, kind of choppy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of us want to get caught up in this and get chopped up in this. So I would say right now, should be sitting on our hands. So going back to question of the day. Remember, everything that we do has to be driven by structure, not emotion. Can't stress that more. When we sit down, we don't bring the emotions to our desk. We don't bring emotions to our trading charts. None of that. All of that. I know it's easier said than done, but it has to be said in order to get done, right? So it's something that we all have to work on. I had to work on it, and I know a lot of Trade Genius family has to work on it as well. That's okay. As long as we keep staying on this mental building and building the mental muscle, we will all get there. So remember, moves are driven by structure, not emotion. So boom. So I'm gonna ask y'all have anything that anybody has anything they want to talk about with their trading? I'm interested to know. Anybody have anything they want to talk about with their trading? Like anything. Something. Anything. I know somebody got something to talk about when it comes to their trading. Something you don't understand, something you need some clarity on, something that you're dealing with and you haven't been able to quite overcome it, hypothetically speaking, anything to that nature. I want to know. And while y'all firing that up, we'll get into tip of the day. But I want to know if there's anything that someone wants to talk about when it comes to their trading. It's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable in here. No one's pointing fingers. No one's going to harass you. None of that type stuff. Ain't no poking no fun or nothing like that. Like, I really, truly want to know. And if there is, type it in the chat and we will discuss it. At the same, what we got? Not trading. Do you believe in? Oh, absolutely. Of course. Of course. Absolutely. Have a question regarding number of micros in FX replay. Let's do it. Talk to me, Bodovan. What you got? Afrigal. I think I'm saying that right. Absolutely. Of course. Of course. So just to throw this out there, Afrigal, go ahead, ask your question, Bodovan. I'm with you. Afrigal, just throw this out there. So my mother's Puerto Rican Cuban, my father's African American. And my African American side of the family, my father's side, they're Southern Baptists. They're from the South. They're from New Orleans. My Puerto Rican Cuban side, they're, of course, Puerto Rico, Cuba, but by way of Miami and the Bronx, New York. So I've done my first communion and I've also been baptized. So I don't claim any religion, but I'm spiritual. And yes, I do believe in Jesus Christ. Absolutely. But I'm spiritual. When it comes to religion, I'm dizzy, unfortunately. And I don't say that disrespectfully. Respectfully, I'm dizzy, meaning, I've done one, I've done another one, like, too much for me. Like, too much on the religion thing. Like, I'm just not into the religion thing, but I'm definitely spiritual, and I definitely believe in Lord Jesus Christ. Straight up. So that's pretty much my take on that. Let's see here. Talk about the special guest you are being on. Taylor Floyd, that was good. I like that one. That was good. All right. In my back testing, my risk averages around 40 to 80 ticks. And that translates to way more than a few micros. So 40, 80 ticks. And that translates to way more than a few micros. What do you mean, Bodovan? In my back testing, my risk average is 80 to 40 ticks, and that translates to way more than a few micros. What do you mean, brother? Jerry Jack, there we go. Yes, okay, amen, praise God. I'll see you in heaven, brother. Absolutely. You sure will. You sure will, but that's just where I'm at. Maybe when I said I'm dizzy, I said that respectfully, because I'm not I'm not here to shame no religion. I'm just, like I said, doing my first communion on on the Catholic side, and then also being baptized. I'm a little dizzy when it comes to religion, so that's why I'm spiritual. You know what I mean? That's the path I chose. I second that. I second that copy trading. Let me see here what we got. All right, 10 to 15, 10 to 25 or even more, but I always set up my cash risk around 500 for the 100K account preparation for easy math. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so check this out. Oh, would like to know how to set up copy trading. Got you. Okay, so I got two of y'all with that. All right, cool. We'll jump to that. So going back to Bottovan. So you're trading 10 to 25 micros. Jeez, my guy. I mean, I know you're just, I know you're, I know you're just doing your FX replay, but I just do 5 micros, 6 at the most. I literally never traded more than that. Maybe playing around in my demo account, but I mean like live, I've only traded 6 micros at the most. So I would trade the same amount of micros that you would trade if you were trading. And honestly, that should be like 5 at the most. So I would do 5. Because think about it. Whenever we're back testing, demo trading, any kind of back testing, forward testing, anything like that, we want to make sure that what? We are trading the exact same way we would in a live market. And in a live market, you don't want to be trading 25 micros. That's 2.5 minis. That's way too much. Remember, 10 micros is 1 mini. Remember, there's the minis to micros ratio is a micro is 1/10 of 1 mini. So if you're trading 10 micros, that's 1 mini. If you're trading 20 micros, that's 2 minis. So you should be right at about 5 micros. 6, if you're taking a trade where you think that you're going to leave a runner, I can see you being in 6, but 5 is the cap. So I would say when you go back to your back testing, just do 5. Just do 5. You move an FX replay. I wonder if FX replay session is configured properly, spreads and commissions. My focus is to risk. I think that it is. I need to double check it. That's a good question because I never checked it. I just assumed. I need to check that. So instead of cash risk, I should only focus. Yes. Focus on the number of micros, and then this is what you do. Because think about it. Your units, meaning your micros, are going to tell you what your risk is, right? And let me explain. If your risk is 80 points, depending on the amount of units that you trade, that's going to depend on how big the risk is, right? So the risk is going to pretty much stay the same. I mean, not every trade. So let's say on this one, let me say it this way. Let's say on this one particular trade, your risk is 80 ticks, okay? 5 micros, right? A micro is 50 cents per tick. So that means if you're trading 5 micros, that's $2.50 per tick. That's $10 per point, okay? So you do the math. 250 times 80, whatever that comes out to be. Well, I'm just going to just do it real quick. $200, right? 250 times 80 ticks. So that means your stop loss risk is $200, right? Let's say that's pretty good, right? That's exercising some great risk management, right? So 200 is not bad, especially on a 50K account. That's not bad at all. So that's how you would be able to always gauge your risk by the amount of units. So let's say if you went with 2 units, right? Which is 2 contracts. That'll be 50 cents each contract. So that means 1 tick is now costing you $1 because it's 2 micro contracts. So an 80 tick risk would be what? $80. So base your risk on the amount of units. That's why I always say trade micros, because you can control that. Let's say you don't want to risk $200. You want to risk less than that. Then you can take off a micro. You can take off a micro. Instead of going 5, you can go 4. You can go 3, you can go 2, you can go 1. And that's how you gauge your risk. So before you enter the trade, when you're looking at the setup, that's why you got to be really fast. And it takes time to get that repetitive nature going. But what you want to do is like you saw, I think Serena and I, we did it yesterday, right? We were talking about a trade, and we gauged what our take profit was to what the risk was. It was upside down. Even trading one, even on that trade going down to 1 micro, we still would have been upside down, because the way that the trade set up, the way the strategy works on that particular trade, our stop loss would have been much bigger than our take profit level. So the risk would have been more than the reward. It wouldn't have made sense. It was like 0.45 or something like that on the reward. That doesn't make any sense. That's going backwards. So we sat out that trade. Now, let's say it's a trade that sets up for you and it's good. Then you can gauge it by the amount of units. So that's how you would want to gauge your trades. Gauge them by the amount of units that you're trading, looking at your stop loss versus what your take profit at. It's real easy. Just like, your stop loss, if it's an 80 tick stop loss and you're trading 5 micros, that's $250, right? Per tick, that's $200. Let's say your take profit is, let's say it's 200 ticks, right? Then that'll be 250 times 200. And that is $500, right? So that'll be a great trade right there. Your risk is 200, but your take profit is 5. That's like what? 1 to 2.5? Because 1 to 2 would be 400. Yeah, it's like 1 to 2.5. That's not a bad risk to reward. That's great. That's great. So use micros and then do the math. That's what I would always say. Use micros and then do the math. You got to be quick though, because you don't want to miss your entry. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's get back here. I think I took care of that. So let's take care of copy trading. Okay, on copy trading. All right, so on copy trading, there's different copiers out there, right? I use the one that I have down in my description. It's Apex copier, Ninja Trader 8 Apex copier. Now don't confuse the Apex copier with the Apex accounts. There is Apex accounts and there is an Apex copier. They're separate. They're not the same. They're the same. They're from the same conglomerate, but they're 2 separate companies. And if you buy Apex accounts, you don't get the Apex copier. It's something separate. So you have to go on and purchase it. I have a link in the description. I don't get no affiliate, no nothing. It's just $149 one time, and you can use that on 2 different machines. You can use it on 2 different laptops, desktop, laptop, whatever you want to do. And that's what I use to do my copy trading. Now, if you guys are interested and you end up getting the copy trader, we can set up a session to where we can all get together and I can show you guys how to set it up. I mean, it's real easy. When you purchase it, it's going to show you how to set it up, but then I can show you some tips and tricks too. It's the only one that I've ever used. I've never used no other one, so I wouldn't know about another one. I used the one on Top Step last year or over a year ago when I was trading on them, but that's different. That's a platform one. That's a built-in one on their platform. That's a little bit different. This one, you can put all your accounts in it. Literally, you can put your live accounts. Any prop firm account that's through Tradeovate, you can put in there. I have literally all my accounts in there. Literally all my accounts. Everything that I trade is in my trade copier. And some accounts you can trade, some accounts you don't have to. You can trade them all together. You can trade 1 account. You can trade 5. You have full control. You can actually copy trade your demo accounts. That's how I learned how to use the copier. Because when you sign up with a prop firm, you get a demo account, right? So, well, not all of them, but most of them do. So I have like 3 demo accounts. And when I was practicing my copy trading, I was copy trading my demo accounts and demo trading at the same time. So that's the one that I use. If you guys are interested in that and you get that, like I said, we can do a little session and we can jump on. I can show you guys some tips and tricks on that that'll help you on how to navigate this copier and do all kinds of things, because all copiers have little issues with them. When I say issues, meaning like sometimes your trade may not close out, little things. But I have coping skills for all of those things. Like I have different things for those things, like a bunch of little tips and tricks to help, overcome that stuff. So if you guys are going to do that, just let me know. Just let me know. All right. So instead of cash, yes. Focus on the number of micros there. Token Insider, I set my stop loss to what makes sense for my strat. If risk is too high, I don't take the trade. Smart. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's like you're just, it don't work no other way. If this ain't here, I'm not taking a trade. That's how we got to be, like that diligent, like how forceful. And I'm not saying that came across forceful, but I'm saying as stern as that was, the way you stated that, Token Insider, like that's how it needs to be for everyone. I said, I do this, I do that, I do this. If it ain't there, I don't take the trade. Like I sit on my hands. I'm not chasing. I'm not doing anything. Like set your rules and be stern on them. Like don't move off your rules. I love that. All right. So Super Spaceman. Well, for anybody that needs to hear this message, if you're going through relationship issues, step back away from the keyboard and give your mind to something that you enjoy for a few hours. Absolutely. Yes, please. Teach us how to set up Ninja Copier trading. Absolutely. Yeah, we can do that. Sorry, late to the party. Had a job interview. Did you take a trade today? I did not, Kaz. I didn't see anything. I had a trade in from overnight, but I didn't see anything today. Yeah, would it be great to? It would be great to see to set up copy trading. Okay, cool. So I'm working on integrating my other laptop into my software. There's a way that it can be done. I've been working on that lately. I played with it the other day, and then I don't know what happened. Like it started doing some weird stuff. So weird stuff meaning the screen that I was on, it went away. I'm like, like how did it go away? So I don't know if I did something. I can't say I did anything incorrectly because I got the screen on. I don't know why like it started doing some quirky stuff. So I'm still playing with that, and I'm just trying to see how that's going to work out before I integrate it. But I will, and then I'll be able to share my copy trading. My laptop that has my copy trader on it, and I can show you guys some stuff. I'll get that done in the next day or so. That's not a big deal. But I would say for the ones that are interested, if you're going to get the trade copier, I would say get it. Other trade copiers are monthly. This one is a one-time fee for $149. That's another reason why I went with it, because other ones are like $99 a month. I'm not giving you. Why do I need to give you, what's that? $1,200 for a year to use? No. I like the one-time deal. So this is something I've been using for over 2 years. When I started trading, my mentor, my coach got me on this. This is what I've been on. I ain't did nothing different. I love it. I paid for it one time. I have it on my Apple environment, and I also have it. I had it in my Apple environment because it only works for PC, but I use Parallels and some other stuff. I did not like it. It was too glitchy, so I use it on my PC, which I have a gaming laptop that I use it on, and it works perfect there. Perfect thing going. So I need to learn how to integrate this PC into my Apple environment for my software. It can be done. I'm working on it. I'm gonna get it done. But also too, what I said that to say, if we're gonna do it, I would for those that want to copy trade, like get the copy trader. If you have a couple of accounts, put a couple of accounts in there. That's fine. At least you have it. You know what I mean? And you can copy trade those accounts, and I can show you how to do that. If you don't have the copy trader and we go through it, it kind of doesn't really do anything in a sense. Meaning like I'm showing you this stuff, but you're not going to remember it. You know what I mean? Like if you really want to copy trade, get the copy trader, and then we can do a session to where we can all pull up our copy traders and we can, work through it and understand how it works. You can follow me step by step, and I'll show you some tips and tricks. So that's something that you guys want to do. We can work on that, and we can, start getting that. We can actually put that on the calendar, so to speak. So the first thing is at least 3 to 5 of y'all get the copier, and then we can do it. I want to like make sure that we have the copier, and then let's just go through it and do it. This way it's done. If you're going to copy trade, this is your time, to make that decision and get the copier. It's worth it. $149, like can't beat it. Literally, it's one flat rate. You don't pay no monthly, nothing. It's good. What I would say is copy trading. What you would want to do is you want to make sure that you have a good laptop that has a lot of RAM. I don't have a PC for this copier. Yeah, you're going to need a PC because doing it on Mac is not going to be good. And I tried. I'm Mac everything. Apple everything. And it didn't work good. It worked okay, but I started having a lot of issues, and those issues started playing with my payouts. So I was like, nope, not doing it. And I end up getting the gaming laptop. And that was the best decision that I could have ever made. The gaming laptop is a game changer in trading, because you need a laptop that has a lot of RAM, random access memory, meaning that is the memory that does all of your multitasking, random access memory, your RAM. You want to have a laptop that has high RAM. Why? Because there's a lot of computing going on when we're talking about trading, right? We got all these numbers coming in, all the different price points, and then we're trying to copy trade to different accounts. Remember, that copy trader has to, that signal has to go through a few places, right? It's connected to Tradegheenyuz, and it's also connected to the trade copier. Thank goodness Tradegheenyuz and NinjaTrader, they're one now. One bought the other one. I don't remember if Tradegheenyuz bought NinjaTrader or NinjaTrader bought Tradegheenyuz. However, they are one company. So, but still, they're still two separate systems. So you got to keep that in mind. I had a regular HP, and it did not work well for copy trading. It did not work well. Would you say the best gaming? Yeah, laptop. Asus Rogue. Matter of fact, I'll drop it in the, I'll drop it in right now. You can get it on Amazon. That's where I bought mine. I bought one. Actually, shout out to Scalp Guy. He turned us on to that. Me and Juvier, and actually Canary got one too. We all got one. Yeah. So it's fire, and it's worth the money. That was actually, out of all my trading tools, my gaming laptop was the best trading tool that I purchased. I would say my next best trading tool would probably be FX Replay. Yep. I'm just getting this for y'all right now. I'm jumping on Amazon. So the one I got was, let's do this. And let's do this. Asus. Yeah, best laptop. I'm talking about, this is like the best thing that I could have literally ever got. Like, it was super fire. This laptop changed everything. It changed. When I say changed everything, it changed everything. And I mean that wholeheartedly. It changed everything. Like, it made my life so much easier. I'm putting it in right now, you guys. Boom. Just hit that. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Actually, hold on one sec. Let me see. Oh, I see what it did. It was, yeah. Yep. I sent y'all my whole receipt. It's all good. Ain't no big deal. But yeah, that's it right there. But yeah, it was I'm gonna be honest. It was like the best thing that I could have. It was the best thing that I could have ever that I could have ever did. Like, it was perfect. It truly was perfect. Like, that laptop has given me like so much. It did a lot for my copy trading, because I was executing things at a better level. And I wasn't too sure about the laptop, so I bought it over time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I showed y'all all of that, so you could see all that. Like, I bought it over time. But it actually turned out to be a really good laptop, because I wasn't sure. I really truly wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do with it, and I didn't know how it was going to work for me. It was 3 bands, well, about 2,500. but I added the insurance. So when I added the insurance was I think like another $299 or something like that. So it's a little bit over $2,500 for that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And it was one of my tools. If you see, it was October 18th, 2024 when I got it. That was, where were we? We were I was 8 months in. 8 months? No, I was 7 months into my trading career. Yep. Boom. So I just shared my whole receipt with y'all, just to let you know ain't no capping. But yeah, and then when I became profitable, I went ahead and paid it off. That was the next following year in 2025. This was one of the things that I paid off. I paid off pretty much all my stuff, my subscriptions, all my tools, everything that I had. I pretty much tallied all of that up, and all those blown accounts. I had like over 200 something blown accounts, and boom, there it is. So that's how I did it. I would recommend anyone to get it. Maybe because I live in a different, maybe ASUS Rogue. Yep. It's ASUS. ASUS Rogue. ASUS Rogue Strix. I'm telling you, they fire. There's some fire laptops. Gaming. I only use it for trading. I don't game on it. I don't do anything. I only use it for trading. I don't send emails on this laptop. Only thing on this laptop is everything connected to trading. My Apex copier is the only thing on my desktop. That and my of course my Google account, right? So I can get into my be able to get into my charts, my Google Chrome. That's about it. That's all I have on there. I have nothing else on there. I don't do anything with this laptop other than just that. So just to keep that in mind. So, tip of the day. Let's get into the tip of the day. Your emotions are a lagging indicator. Your emotions are a lagging indicator. Let's talk about that. Your emotions are a lagging indicator. Emotions are a lagging indicator. Unable to lower my order details. Okay. So then let's just do this, you guys. Maybe it's because it was my order details. Let's just do this. Let me just go to it, and I'll just send you the link to the actual laptop itself. Let's try this. Boom, there it is. We suggest starting LLC holdings company for an average trader. Not until you start making, I would say this ain't financial advice, but I talked to my tax strategist, and he told me that not until we hit an average of 15 to 20,000 a month. When you're making a consistent 15,000 a month, 15K to 20K, then it would be advantageous to start an LLC. Not until that time, because you're not going to be reaping. The whole purpose of the LLC is for you to reap the awesome 1982 stretch. Awesome. 15 to 20K is a better round number, because the purpose of starting an LLC is to help you with tax benefits. That's the whole purpose of starting an LLC for a trader. It's to be able to reap a bunch of tax benefits and take advantage of the tax laws. It's not financial advice once again, but this is what was told to me from a tax strategist. So I'm just repeating the information. And that's what he told me. And he did some numbers for me and explained why. And it makes sense. 15K or more, yes. Anything less, not quite. Because you're gonna be paying more in taxes. Let me say it this way. You're not gonna be paying more in taxes, but it doesn't level out. That's the best way I can put it. If you're making less than 50K, it doesn't level out, meaning you're still at a level where you're not gonna benefit from having an LLC, if that's the best way I could put it. So it doesn't make any sense to go and, purchase the LLC, even though they're not that expensive. Purchasing the LLC, you got to set it all up, right? You got to have your virtual office. You got to have your phone. It's a business, right? You got to set it all up. You can't just go get the LLC and then, use your home address or a PO box. That's not how you set up a business. You set up a business, it has to be a business setup. So you want to have a virtual office, an address that is in a commercial, address that depicts what? This is a business address. You want to have, you got to do your resident agent. What else? There's other things, other small things you want to take care of. You want to get your phone number, right? You want to do those things. So it's some costs associated with it. Not that it's a lot. I think you can get it all done for about $500, roughly somewhere around there. But if you're not making that particular amount of money, then all of that is not a waste, but it's just sitting there and you have to pay on that. You're going to have to start paying taxes on that, all of that stuff. So it doesn't make sense until my tax strategist guy said to you're at least 15K to 20K, then yes, absolutely. How long can you own a copy trader? The copy trader, you own it for life. When you pay the $149 one time as LOEs, you own it. Like you own it. It's yours. It's yours. All right, so let's get back into this tip of the day. Actually, let me see what's going on here. Before we do that, let's jump back to the charts real quick so I could just show y'all like nothing really going on. Nothing here. Nothing here to see. So market open is right here. Let me open this up. Market open is this candle right here, 630. As you can see, what has price done? Nothing. Just range, sideways, literally sideways. So nothing to see there. I'm gonna go ahead on and log out. Why would I stay logged in? It's nothing. It's nothing going on. This is a sit on your hands kind of day. So let's go back to tip of the day. All right. Actually, let me just throw this out there. This is for Serena. This is for Serena. All right. Shut it down, shut it all down. That's where we're at today. All right. So let's go back to the tip of the day. Your emotions are a lagging indicator. Let's talk about that. Your emotions are a lagging indicator. If y'all got any more questions, just hit me down in there. Got to run, have a family matter, take care of blessings. All right, Serena, that's what's up. Oh, you came you ran at the right time. At the shut it down. So that was cool. Have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. So let's go back to talking about this. Your emotions are a lagging indicator, right? If you sit down and you're feeling something, the mistakes have already started, right? Because emotions are kicking in. So that means mistakes have already started. So think about this. Fear shows up after price moves, not before. Think about that. Fear shows up after price moves, not before. Think about that. Fear shows up after price moves, not before. I would have to agree with that, right? Kind of makes sense. That's when it usually shows up, right? FOMO happens after displacement, not at the level, right? Think about it. It's always after displacement when FOMO shows up. Overconfidence comes in when? After wins, right? Overconfidence comes after wins. And what does that do? What does overconfidence do? It leads to sloppy trades. Think about it. We're overconfident. We're in emotion. We're in emotions. We're in our feelings. We shouldn't be. Overconfident is a feeling. It's an emotion. If you sip in too much of that, it ain't good for you. Yeah, we don't want no emotions. Overconfidence comes after wins. That only makes sense, right? You couple of profitable trades, you start feeling confident, and that's fine. We're not talking about confidence. We're talking about overconfidence. That's what we're talking about, being overconfident. Because being confident is okay. Overconfident is where the problem lies. That's why we got to keep our emotions in check and our feelings in check. And that can lead to sloppy trades. All right? And think about it. Emotions don't predict the market. Emotions do what? They react to the market, right? Our emotions react to the market. There's no predicting the market on emotions. If you're predicting the market, if you're having a bias, you're using what? Some structural basis, some technical analysis to come up with your bias, right? So that's not based on emotions. So emotions can never predict the market. It can only react to it. And we don't want to be reacting to anything, right? That's not how we trade. We don't want to be reactionary. We don't want to react to anything. We want to see what's setting up and going the setup. Whatever our setup is, the steps, higher probability. We saw that the risk reward is good. Boom, take that trade, right? And our job is to do what? Follow structure, not feelings. Follow structure, not feelings. We're not following feelings. Feelings ain't gonna make us profitable. Feelings aren't going to keep us disciplined. Feelings are not gonna allow us to show up on the charts displaying professionalism and business acumen. Like it just doesn't work that way. So no feelings. Our job is to follow structure, not feelings. We're not following no feelings. When we sit down, all the feelings are off the desk. We're not bringing feelings to our trading charts. So just keep that in mind. Think about this, and we all have had this, right? You see price spike. Why does our emotions like jump into that? Is that crazy or what? Is that crazy or what? Seriously. Like we see some spikes and then it's like our heart gets to pumping or something, or I don't know what goes on, like adrenaline. I don't know what happens when we see these huge price spikes and we like reactionary to that. It's crazy how that is, right? I know I'm guilty of it. I don't get into trades anymore. I used to jump in trades. I don't get into trades anymore. But when I see that, I don't know, even right now to this day, and I know like turn the feelings off, no emotions. When I see that, I still get a little something in me, like gives me a little like, ooh, like something happens to where it's like some urgency kicks in. Now I'm not trading it, but I'm like, ooh, I'm looking at it. It's funny how that happens. And we have to understand that. That's why we wait for structure, not feelings. Because feelings going to have us doing all kind of crazy stuff because it's feelings, it's emotional. But if we wait for structure, we're going to be disciplined. We're going to exercise professionalism. We're not going to over leverage. We're not going to be overconfident. Like all of those emotional type things are not going to happen. So just keep that in mind. Too much time staring at the chart. Yeah. Sometimes it's good to walk away. Like get up and walk away. It's good to be on the charts when you're new and you're on the charts all day because you're trying to understand and get the characteristics of your ticker. It's cool, but still take breaks, walk around, come back, half an hour off the charts and then come back, see what's going on, do some analyzing. But for the most part, it's good to give yourself that time. And always remember, if we're reacting emotionally, that's not good. We want to be executing structurally. So remember, we're not trying to act on emotions. We're trying to execute structure. Just remember that. Always got to execute structure, no emotions. As soon as we start feeling emotions, just automatically know, I'm about to start making mistakes. Excuse me. And it's okay to tell yourself that. It's okay to say that. Oh, I'm feeling some anxiety. I'm feeling some urgency. I'm feeling, you know when you're feeling emotions. And just check yourself. Just tell yourself, you know what, I'm feeling emotions. Put the mouse down. I'm about to get up. I'm about to chill for a second. Yeah, I'm about to chill for a second. Straight up. Just remember that. That is something that we always have to keep in mind. You always want to do a self-check. Like, how are you feeling today? And then even, I think it was Badavan even talked about, would you say, Raiders, that FOMO feel? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is, y'all. Like, I'm being real. Like, I know I don't trade. I'm at the point now where I don't jump in no trades, but I do feel it. Like when I see something, I don't know why. Even like I say, even to this day, my body's like, what was that? What just happened? It's like, and I have to like tell myself like, we ain't trading that. So, but I don't know why that is. It's something about that. I guess it's just something about the human mind and us being wired the way we're wired. and all of that stuff. But at least we know what's going on, so we can at least know the what, that we turn it off. So just remember, as we stated, fear shows up after price moves, never before. Right? We don't want to deal with that. FOMO happens after displacement, not at the level. It always happens after something happens, right? FOMO, right? Meaning, like a move happened and then it's like, oh, man, I missed it. I should have. Nah, if you missed it, let it go. No FOMOing in, no chasing, no trades. Overconfidence coming in after a win, right? That can happen. We don't want to be overconfident. That can lead to sloppy trades because we think we got this. We never, ever want to have that ideology. We always want to remember what? Every day we are a student of this game. Every day we are a student of that. We're a student of this. When I say game, the whole trading environment. We're a student every day. And all we're doing is fine-tuning our financial skill every day. We sharpening that every day. That's all we're doing every day. We're just sharpening our financial skill every day. That's what the whole purpose of showing up on these live streams are. We're just sharpening that financial skill every day, getting it sharper and sharper and sharper. And we ain't gonna quit till we get it as sharp as possible. Straight up, we ain't gonna quit. So we're a student every day. And remember, our job is to follow structure, not feelings. If you're feeling feelings, don't trade. Turn your accounts off. If you're gonna do anything, demo trade. If you're gonna do anything, demo trade. Don't live trade. If you're feeling any kind of feelings, emotions, anything going on, just keep that in mind. What we got? Let's see here. What we got? Make sure I'm not missing anything. The market will humble you when you're feeling overcome. Absolutely. Have to execute systematically. Absolutely, Soy Sizzle. I see you. I've been there. Absolutely, Jerry Jack. Yeah. That's right. You got that payout yesterday. That's what's up, bro. Yeah. You have to. It's very important. You have to keep that in mind. I'm telling you, the market will humble you. Remember, the market got all kind of money in them. There's all kind of money in the market. I tell people this all the time. The market will literally swallow all of our money, prop firm money, live money, whatever, and won't even burp. Just remember that. And I say that from an analogy perspective of like, that little money we playing with ain't nothing compared to what's in the market. And I'm not knocking anyone's account or money or whatever you got. I don't care what you got. It's little compared to the bigger picture, right? There's so much money in this market, it's unreal. That's why we are the bottom feeders and we're the retail traders and we take what the market gives us because of those reasons. We are not the house. We're nowhere near the house. We'll never be able to beat the house. That's all right. What we want to do is when a house makes money, we're going to make some money with them. That's how it's going to work, period. So just to go back, remember, we are reacting emotionally. We are not reacting emotionally. We're executing structurally. So we're not acting on emotions. We're executing on structure. Yes, I learned another one today on a nice streak, but I know one trade at a time, one day at a time. Absolutely. FOMO, as soon as you hop in a trade, it went the, yep. You know how many times I've done that when I first started? Because I was on, y'all know my story, so I was on the charts all day, right? Look, I'm going to make y'all laugh. Y'all about to crack up. Man, I would be trading all day. When I say all day, like even at the end, like when you know how like at the end of the session, New York session, how the candles get real small because the volume is not there? I'm trading on that too. Boy, what? I got to laugh because it's super hilarious to me right now. It's like, ain't no way you should be even messing with any of that. Ain't no way. I was on the little candles in there trying to place trades. And at some point you realize and you understand that, okay, a lot of the stuff that you were doing back then, when you learn, you realize how funny it is and how, the mistakes you made. And that's okay because that's a part of the journey. That's why I laugh about it. That's why I talk about it. That's why I share it with y'all, because it's funny to me, right? It's funny to me now because of what I know now, right? I didn't know that back then, right? So it's hilarious to me. It's super funny. I was trading everything. Like, and really, if you like right now, it's 7:50. If I ain't found my setup by right now, I'm done for the day. I'm not about to trade in none of this stuff. I'm done. I told y'all, if I don't, I give it about an hour, 15 minutes, like by 7:45, if I haven't found like my trade for the day, like if I ain't, not gonna say found, because I ain't finding nothing. If my setup has not happened, I'm done. I see y'all, when I say y'all, meaning the charts, I see the chart, I see y'all tomorrow. I see the charts tomorrow. I'm done. I'm not getting into anything. I know better. I've been there, I've done that. And price is ranging. Price has not done anything. There's no definitive direction. Now, it may find that direction later, but I'm already out the market. I'm good. I'm going about my day. And I advise everyone to do that. Have a window. From your back testing, you'll learn the window. That's why it's very important to back test and demo trade. You'll understand those windows of opportunities for your particular strategy. That's why the back testing is so important. So when you back test, you should be going back 3 years. We talk about this, right? And then after those 3 years of back testing, wherever you are, like if you started today is March 24th, 2026, you should be going back to January 2023, the beginning of the year. And then trading your strategy using FX replay all the way up until the present time. That's going to take you some time, but that's what you need to do. That's all you should be doing. Just back testing. Yo, Sunka, what's good? Thanks for stopping in, bro. Good to see you, my brother. So that's, how would I say, that's what I advise, right? Because you're going to learn so many things from the back testing. You're going to learn a ton of stuff from the back testing. So with that stated, that's how you know those different times, those different windows for your strategy. You're going to learn all of that through your back testing. That's why it's so important. And then when you have that down, and then you start forward testing into the market, you're keeping up on your analytics from your back testing, understanding, these times of the day, these particular days, because FX Replay is going to give you all of that. And you test all of that. And when you're demo trading, and you see if it's making sense. You know what I'm saying? And you will notice that if you're back testing and you're going back that far, you're going to find out all kinds of things about that strategy. Some good, some bad, some indifferent. But you're going to find out a lot of things about the strategy that you're back testing. Guaranteed. Ton of stuff. And that's going to help you with implementation. That's why it's so important. So if your emotions are lagging, your emotions are a lagging indicator, right? A lagging indicator, right? Think about lagging indicator. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind about our emotions. Very important that we keep those in check. So let's jump back to the charts real quick. And as we can see, not really too much going on. It's finally breaking out of, let me open this up a little bit. Finally breaking out of this little zone it was in. This is an open right here, 630. So it's pretty much just kind of been in here, just hanging around in here, just pretty much doing its thing. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't seen like my setups today. Time, the market open, time came in, and yeah, I ain't see nothing. I can't do nothing with this. Look at this. From here to here. Can't do nothing with that. What can you do in that? Literally, what can you do with this? Sit on your hands and watch it. Log out and just call it a day. And remember, we don't need to be trading every day. This would be a day that we sit on our hands. You can demo trade. You should be journaling this. Should be journaling. Market open and pretty much ranged. It ranged for, you could say about an hour and a half. Just ranged right in its reversal zone. So there's nothing there. So the best thing to do is, like I said, sit on your hands. Don't do nothing. So going back to tip of the day, we talked about that your emotions are a lagging indicator. And just like I said, keep that in mind. Remember, we are never reacting to emotions. We're only executing structure. Best way to put that. We're not reacting to emotions. We are executing structure. There that is. All right. So Going back to what we talked about as far as the trade copier. What we got? Today's too choppy, just playing with my paper account. Absolutely. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I think I missed what did you say, Kaz? Kaz said I'm up 100, one and done, and content on the win. Absolutely. And content, and content on the win. Absolutely. Absolutely. And y'all see that. Ain't nothing out there. Don't mess with that. Don't mess with all that chop I just showed y'all. Stay out of that. Ain't nothing in there. Get in there, get chopped up. Don't do that. No need. Stay away from that. We'll come back another day. Our accounts are safe. We protected our capital. We displayed discipline, professionalism, business acumen. We didn't treat our business like, like we respected our business, right? We didn't treat it with no respect. So that's what we get when we sit on our hands and we understand what's going on, and there's no reason to be trying to trade anything. There it is. That's how you win. So other than that, for those of you that are new, please subscribe to the channel. Let me get those free likes. Don't cost you nothing for free likes. Don't cost you nothing to subscribe. You take care of that, and I'll take care of this side. That's all I ask for. Some free likes and free subscriptions. That's it. And also, not just that, but also want you to tap in with me every day. I know some of us got jobs. We can't tap in every day, or, we got dentist appointments and other things going on. Excuse me. Still, just make sure you're tapping in as much as you can, because this is what's going to get us over the hump, psychology, to get us to payouts. That's what we want. So, I want to buy the hedge fund because of the offer going on, but not sure if I'm ready. Well, let me say this. We can always buy accounts, right? But and that's going to always be there. And I'm saying this to make a point. I would tell you, I'm fairly new, but profitable on paper trading. I would tell you, hey, go buy that account. But yes, it does. And you can always try it before you actually pay. So I just always remember that any coupon code, you can try it before you pay. Once you put it in, it should give you whatever it's going to give you. Like, it's going to give you a countdown, or going to give you the amount off, or whatever the case may be. So just keep that in mind. Now, going back to what I was stating, you can always go and buy hedge funder accounts or any account, right? But if you're not ready for that account, then it really doesn't make sense to do that. Be ready first. Wanting to buy an hedge funder account, that's cool, but make sure that you're ready. Because sometimes what we want is not necessarily what we need. So let's just keep that in mind. And I want to make sure that we are doing things properly and in the right steps and taking the right structure. So if you have not, you said you've been paper trading, cool. Hopefully you need to, if you haven't already, respectfully, you need to be back testing. And then after back testing, you need to be paper trading. You want to at least double the amount of your paper trading account. So you want to back test going back 3 years. You want to paper trade for at least 2 to 3 months. I know that's a long time. People are like, well, I want to get to the money. You're not going to get to the money unless you put in the work. So cutting off the back testing and cutting off the paper trading or demo trading to get to the money quicker, you're not necessarily getting to the money quicker, if you think about it. Because if you're not doing those two things, then what? It's going to take you longer to get to the money, because that has to happen. You have to do that. You're not going to just wing it. I can tell you that right now. Trading doesn't work that way. It's a financial skill. You're not going to just wing it. You're not. No one is. Me, no one. You have to put in that time. You put in that time, though, I can guarantee you this. If you put in that time of 3 years back testing, demo trading, which is your forward testing, and I consider you ready to get into live trading once you've done the back testing 3 years, and once you demo trade it or paper trade it, and you've doubled that account, meaning you started your demo trading account at 50K and you got it to 100K. There you go, Jerry Jack. See, he paper traded for 3 months before paying for a test. He got to a payout yesterday. It has to happen. Like, it has to happen. You have to. The back testing, I'm telling you, the back testing and the demo trading, that's the two main things. If you guys can do that, I can guarantee you're going to be you're gonna be just that much better. Telling you, you're gonna get to your payouts that much quicker. Trust me, if you don't back test and you don't demo trade, I guarantee you it's gonna take longer. It's just the way that it is. It's just the way that it's gonna take longer. So I advise, put in the time, just spend the time, go down the rabbit hole, do your back testing, go back 3 years, do your demo trading, at least 3 months, because 3 months, that's enough time for you to double the account. If you start at 25, you want 50. You start your demo or paper trading account at 50, you want it to be at 100. That's what you want. That's how you want it. When you do that, I can honestly tell you, you will be ready. It's right there. Trend TEF, right on the scrolling bar, Raider 40. And it's case sensitive. So just the way that you see it is just the way that it needs to be typed in. TEF capital, the T capital in trend, and REND, all lowercase, just the way that it is. It's case sensitive. Yep. And you can also scan the QR code. That's basically a referral link. Either way, it'll take you there. But yeah, so you want to make sure you're doing those things. I can guarantee this to you guys. If you take the time and you put in your back testing and your demo trading, just the way that I stated, I guarantee you, your trading game is gonna change. Just got to put in that work. Most people don't want to put in the work. They hear 3 years and like, man, I don't want to go back that far. They hear demo trading for 3 months, man. I want to get to the money. Okay, but you can't get to the money until you take some steps first. Not doing those things ain't gonna get you to the money. I've had a lot of members say that. I've seen a lot of people do that in both of the communities that I'm in. And I'm telling you, the ones that you don't hear from and they're quiet and they just been telling you, yeah, I'm back testing, I'm paper trading, I'm demo trading. And then you see like 3-4 months down the line and they're talking about, yeah, I just got my first payout. That's why. And they ain't no more special than any of us. They just put the work in. So just remember that everybody here is the same. No one is smarter than anyone else. No one is. Now, someone may make better decisions, but we all have a brain, and that brain is designed to do intelligent things, right? So with that stated, we all have the same opportunity and the same shot. What changes that is the work that you put in. That's what changes it. That's the only thing that changes it. Your gender don't change it. Your age don't change it. Your ethnicity don't change it. None of that changes it. It's the work that you put in. You put in the work, you're going to reap the fruits of that labor, period. It's real simple. Just go down the rabbit hole and put in the work. Like bust your butt, like get it in. Telling you, it's going to pay you back tenfold. Then you'll be able to teach this to somebody else, like to a family member, to your children, to a spouse, to a cousin, a friend, your partner, whatever, your homegirl, whatever. You can share this tool, this skill with someone, but put in the work. That's pretty much all I have to say with that. Let's see here. Perfect. Thank you for the suggestion. I was skeptical in making a decision. Appreciate it. absolutely. We want to remember, we're professional decision makers, right? I've been saying this. We're professional decision makers. So we got to do what? We got to make professional decisions. And making professional decisions means what? They're not going to be decisions that we're going to like all the time. Just keep it real, right? We're not going to like them all the time. That's what discipline is, right? Right? Doing things that we really don't want to do or don't feel like doing. That's discipline. Knowing that we got to do it regardless of what we think or how we feel, right? Then the other thing with that is for the simple fact of some of this may be uncomfortable. It's okay. It's all right. Being uncomfortable, there's nothing wrong with being uncomfortable. It doesn't mean something's bad or something's wrong. Like it's okay. It's okay to be uncomfortable. I think being uncomfortable is actually really good. Because you know what? You're always on your toes if you're uncomfortable, that means you're not comfortable, right? So you're always on your toes. You're never on your heels. And that's good. You always want to stay on your toes. We don't want to get on our heels. Yep, absolutely, Soak It Insider. He got the right idea. Straight up. Like we want to teach this skill. You know, they can watch you when you're getting them payouts and you can show them, look at these payouts I'm getting. Trust me, if they weren't interested at any other point, they will be interested at that point. When you're like, hey, check this out. Come, let me show you this. And you start scrolling through those prop firms and they showing them all them payout certificates. They're going to be like, whoa, you did that? Yeah, man. Yeah, then all the interest starts peaking then. And then they want to know, like, how you do that? Exactly. It's my point. And we all can get to this. Like, it's not hard. We can get to this. That's what we're here for. We just keep showing up, keep fine-tuning that skill every day, keep sharpening that skill, keep sharpening that skill. We will get there. So with that said, anybody got anything for me? I didn't take no trades today. If you took a trade today and you're profitable, that's what's up. If you are profitable and you took a trade, you should be logged out of that account and only your chart should be up. If you didn't take a trade today and you sat on your hands, log out of your account and just leave your charts up. Straight up, log out of your account. So what? We're not tempted to want to go back in and place a trade based on emotions. So, but y'all got anything for me? For those that haven't shot me them free likes, let me get them free likes and hit the subscription button and the bell. So this way you get notified and we can do what? Send this information out and this content out further. Other than that, I don't pretty much have nothing else for the day. What y'all got? If y'all got anything for me, let me know. Anybody got anything for me? Feeling a little bit better today. I think by tomorrow I should be good. Yeah, if y'all can, let me get them free likes, everyone. Them free likes. Let me get them free likes out you. Yeah. Give me them likes. Yeah. Free likes out you. Free likes, everybody. Free likes. I sound like somebody vending hot dogs or something. Get your hot dogs. Get your hot dogs. I'm vending or something. But anyway, that's it. Just one thing. That's what's up, Mike. Appreciate you, my guy. You're welcome, brother. Absolutely, you're welcome. Thanks for another great stream. You absolutely bottom, and you got it, my guy. Hey, thanks for staying. Hey, man, thanks for staying true to the paper trading, bro. That's what's up, man. Thanks for staying true to the paper trading, brother. Like, that's gonna pay you tenfolds, man. Just remember I said this. And everybody that's listening, that man's been paper trading and paper trading and paper trading and paper trading. I guarantee you, he's gonna be the one that's going to be. I'm not saying he's better than us or he's better than someone else. I'm just saying all this work he's putting in, that's about to come back. I appreciate you, 1982 Stretch. I appreciate you. Jerry Jack, absolutely, man. I'm glad you did too. Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Hey, raised by grandparents. I was raised to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be good, gotta help people. This is my way of giving back. I like it twice if I could. I love it. Back testing, not even paper trading. Wow. Bottoming, you about to kill a game. I already know. But hey, absolutely, man. Thank y'all for tuning in today. For everyone that liked me up, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate y'all. Oh, we got Soy. My bad. Man, the amount of times I open Discord to respond to a message, then I forget to come back here. It's crazy. Shaking my head. It's all good. Bro, you still, you got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for being on the stream today. It was Tuesday. It was quiet. Not too much going on. I'm going to dip over there real quick just so we could take a last little sneak peek before we get out of here. As you can see, price literally has done nothing. Literally. That's our open right here. And this is all we've done so far. From this opening candle to here, we've done nothing. Perfect day to sit on our hands. Perfect day to sit on our hands. So with that stated, man, I just want to say thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You know what I mean? No cap there. This is how I move. This is how I'm bred. I'm bred this way. Everyone that's on this stream and that's been on this stream, what I want to tell y'all is this. As long as we keep tapping in and we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to get to that common goal. It may take some of us longer than some of us longer, some of us shorter, doesn't matter. We're just staying tapped in every day. We don't know what tomorrow holds. We don't know what the next day holds, but we're going to show up. with a sound mind and an able body, and we're gonna put in the work. That's all we're gonna do. And at some point, we're gonna look back on all this and realize like we actually really came from somewhere. You know what I mean? Like we really came from somewhere. So with that said, I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I love y'all. It was a quiet Tuesday. Shout out to the Edge Funder co-founders, Juvier, Scalp God, my brothers. Without them, we wouldn't be here. Y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. And we'll definitely be here first thing tomorrow. First, same time, same Trade Genius channel. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a great day.